everybody, it's Tiffany from Uncensored Dolls. I know I said I'm not going to make any more videos for the time being because it stresses me out. Well, I was talking to a friend of mine, Kai, and not the one from the Face Up person, not that one, not that one, not Darjeeling Aesthetics, a different Kai friend of mine, and Kai is amazing from Darjeeling Aesthetics. I hope I didn't make her sound bad. She is a nice person. She just happens to not be close to me. So anyways, I was having a conversation about large doll companies, and it really kind of got me on a little bit of a rant, and I wanted to share some of these thoughts and feelings with you guys. Basically, we were talking about an experience that I had with Volks recently, and Volks sent me a DDH, so a Dolphy Dream head number 10, and it came with one ear quite a lot larger than the other ear. And sorry, I don't have the head yet. It's at my Face Up artist, so as soon as I get that, maybe I'll do a video as well just to show you guys. But anyway, so this head came, you know, one ear's this big, one ear's this big. It's noticeably larger. And my Face Up artist goes, I can see it through the bag. It's very big. I'll try and take some pictures. She sends it to me. And I'm just completely floored. I can't believe that a company that, you know, sells dolls and is as large as Volks is would send out a doll head with such poor quality control. And for those of you who, I actually worked in quality control for quite a while, a couple of years. I worked for a cloth diapering company, and it was my job to make sure that that product left my house and was delivered to the person shipping it out, and not a single one with a single defect was allowed to be in there. We would rather pull out more product and keep it and sell it for less of a price than to sell it and see it bring a bad name to the company, so to speak, or you know, make the image of the company look poor. And so I kind of cringed when I seen the pictures. I was a little bit upset that they had mailed that out. But it was mailed out, and well, your next step is to obviously email or phone call and talk to somebody who is from Volks, and, you know, work through the possible solutions to your issue with the doll. Well, I got a service representative, and they didn't really give me any answers, and so I asked to speak to a manager. So I got the manager on the phone, and I don't remember the person's name, sorry. I didn't actually, it wasn't as big of an issue to me as it is right now because I've been discussing it with my friends. So while it does seem like I'm exaggerating or talking about things that may be important or upsetting or whatever, I am at ease. I am happy. My head is being painted. My Face Up artist is amazing. Thanks to Tiffany from Nerdy Doll Girl, who referred me to her. She's Maya on Den of Angels. She's got an amazing hand. I don't know how she does it. And Tiff always seems to be able to find some amazing people for amazing things. So thanks for that. So my head's there, and I call the manager, and the manager says, well, you can ship the head back, or I can ship you a new head. I said, okay. I said, can you tell me if there's the same defect on the other heads? Because I'm assuming that these heads are, you know, not mass produced, but produced in numbers. And basically, I'm thinking in my head, probably the whole batch looks like that if one looks like that, right? Maybe it's the mold altogether. Maybe the mold wasn't made properly. I don't know. But it's not proper, and it's not of quality, and it was very upsetting. So I noticed I could barely see. There was a thick plastic wrapper. You know how Volks heads come. They come in their little clear plastic box inside of a bag, and the bag is sealed. Well, the bag is like not thin plastic. It's a nice, good quality, thick plastic. And with a crappy phone shot and, you know, through the bag at the head, I didn't need to look twice to see that the ear was nearly double the size of the other. And so my face-up artist is like, I don't want to open it because they might not take it back, right? She said, I've had this problem with other people before. Well, I'm just thinking in my head, what? The fact that you opened the bag or the fact that the ears were different size? I don't know, but now I'm scared. So anyways, he tells me that all the heads look exactly the same. So my worst fear has come to light, and even if I wanted another head, I was essentially screwed because I would just get another head with a big ear, right? And that was very irritating. And so anyways, after that, you know, I eventually things got solved. I'm not going to get into that issue. It wasn't a very pleasant one, but you know, so it ends up that I have this head with a big ear. I did keep it. And she opens the bag and she's going to do her face up, and so she's halfway into the face up and she's going on to, you know, left brow or right brow. I forget which one it was on. And there's an air bubble inside of the eyebrow. And she goes, oh dear, I don't want to even message you and tell you this, but there's an air bubble in the eyebrow. I said, you know what? Take a picture. She said, I might have to remove the face up to show you a better shot. I said, I don't really need you to, if you can't see it with the eyebrow on, then it's not a big deal to me anyways. At this point, I'm just thinking, well, anything you can do over top of that is better than what the head looks like. It's kind of unfortunate that that's the way it has to be. But yeah. So, air bubble, big ears, coming home soon. But anyways, this conversation that I had with my friend Kai led to another discussion about, she told me basically an experience she had with Zoom, which is, if you guys don't know, that's another high-end doll company, and they make great stuff. But all of the companies make great stuff. I'm not going to discriminate against one or the other. Every company has a unique art to it, and I love them all. But when you get to these larger mass producing or large number production companies who put out their limited sculpts, sell them all out, and you know, start again next month, it gets to be a little bit disheartening in how they treat their customers. The fact that they don't double check or triple check to make sure that this product is leaving their warehouse 100%. Because as a member of the ball jointed doll community, and for all of you, I know when we get a new doll, it's amazing. It's like this completely zen feeling. We have another beautiful item to add to our collection, to play with, to name, to give a story to love, you know, to ease our anxiety, to ease our depression. All these things are very important to us. And the highlight of that is when that doll comes to our house, mailman drops it off, you know, we're waiting there, whatever, you know, maybe we're waiting for the mailman, chasing him down our complex, who knows, right? Like, we're all very excited because sometimes this is the only thing we get for a whole year. Sometimes this is the only thing we get for our whole life. Maybe we only have one. Maybe every year it's like a tradition on our birthday. But we get this doll and we put it on the table, and I'm sure every one of you can relate. You've chosen that doll for a reason, and it's so important to you. And you open up the box and you're just so excited and full of love and energy, and you open the box and it's the greatest feeling in the entire world. Getting something that you paid so much for, that you love, that you want to cherish. And some people don't get that feeling. Some people open the box and, well, guess what? Your Fairyland's a mess up batch, and the resin is so thin that it's cracked and your doll arrives cracked, or with super thick seam lines, say that 10 times fast, super thick seam lines, and or super obvious seam lines, and you just can't love the doll because of the experience that's now put behind it. And it's such a terrible, horrible, horribly discouraging and upsetting experience, and it just breaks your heart. So I'm going to try and love this head when it arrives to me, but I just want y'all to know that it is so incredibly hard to deal with a large company, and sometimes, not to say that you should necessarily go away from them, but you have to be confident and know how to deal with a situation when it comes at you. And a lot of times, I'm not going to name any names, but I know a few other people who've had these experiences, and they share it with the community to empower them. And then that individual, for their choice in fighting the company, has been looked down upon. And to me, that is just so disheartening, because I remember times where I wish somebody said, you should fight for yourself. It's not fair that you're being treated that way. And I thought, what do you mean fight for myself? And sure enough, now every time I receive something, I am inspecting that doll. I'm looking for everything that can be wrong with it. And I understand, secondhand dolls may not be exactly what you expect, but when you're buying something new from a company, it damn well better be. It damn well better be. Like, there's obvious things about, different companies that are hit and miss, but the things that are supposed to be perfect should be perfect, and you should have nothing but awe when paying $1,000, $700, $500, $300, whatever your choice doll costs. You should be getting the value of what you pay. And I think I tried to get that across in a couple of my other videos, but I did more like a specific situation feel, and now I kind of wanted to go broadly. Do not let companies take your money and give you nothing in return. I just want everybody to know that this is happening, and these are things that do happen, and don't be surprised if it happens to you. I hope it's not your first and only doll that it happens on, because I had the opportunity of the first 3 dolls that I bought being just simply amazed. And sometimes even when they're, something wrong with it, you still are amazed. You still love them. So I'm going to stop ranting, but that is just something I wanted to share today. And I hope it doesn't come off wrong. I'm by no means attacking anybody. I'm by no means trying to make big companies look bad. I am just spreading awareness and letting you know that sometimes this is happening with the larger companies, and it's not really that fair. That's all there is to it. All right, so I'll see you guys next time in my next video. Hopefully it's soon. I'm sorry I've been away. I'm sorry I have no Doll North stuff to share with you. I was spending the entire weekend with my family and a friend who came up from Phoenix, Arizona, and I had an amazing time. And you know what? I do apologize, but at the same time, we all need to realize that family and friends sometimes do come first. So I hope you understand that. See you guys next time. Bye.